the designer behind Luhu Stitches, and we are here today for Flosstube number 37. It's Friday, November 1st, 2024, and I am excited to be here because I have a lot to talk about today. The first thing I want to tell you about, I have some kitty tales to tell. When we moved to this house, we had two cats, Violet and Rosie. Violet was white, Rosie was a calico, and they were doing great. And then last spring, Violet had a little stroke or something neurological happened, and maybe not a stroke, some kind of a seizure. Anyhow, she wasn't doing well. I took her to the vet, and he said, well, you know, she probably has a little kitty dementia, but at least she's not walking in circles. Well, within a couple weeks of bringing her home from the vet, she was walking in circles, and it just got progressively worse. And in July, she wasn't able to groom herself. She wasn't really eating very much, not drinking very much. She really couldn't do anything except sleep, and it was just time. So she went over the Rainbow Bridge, and we still had Rosie. Now, Violet was 15 and Rosie was 13, and Rosie seemed to be doing wonderfully. I'm going to turn on a little fan because I'm having a hot flash. There we go. It's fine. So at the end of September, Rosie was doing fine one day, and the next day she was not. But it was like she had a tummy bug or a cold or something like that. And we had planned to go on a vacation, an anniversary trip. And so we went, and our daughter Gladys came in and checked on her. And she texted me while we were gone. She said, Mom, Rosie's not doing great. She's barely eating and barely drinking, and she's just not getting better like we thought. You know, maybe she'll get over it in a couple of days. And when I got home, she was barely able to walk around. She had lost weight, I suspect like 2 pounds, and she was not a big cat. And took her to the vet, and they did blood work, and basically she'd gone into acute kidney failure. And obviously I'm not without cats. I'm going to tell you about this little one in a sec. Anyhow, I thought she just had a hairball and that was stuck, because that's kind of how it was presenting. And really, there was nothing to do. They weren't going to be able to treat her. She's considered an older cat, and there were no surgeries or drugs or anything like that. So I made the really hard decision to let her join her sister over the Rainbow Bridge. And then I was without kitties, and losing Rosie was hard. She was the one that was kind of my cat, and Violet had been my daughters, our older daughters. And so for all of October, we were missing cats, and originally we had talked about just leave that alone. Just waiting till after Christmas, but I couldn't stand it. And so we went over to the Southern Oregon Humane Society. They had 2 little calicos up for adoption, and you guessed it, we adopted them. Now they had to stay and get spayed. So we actually brought them home on Wednesday, and that's Marigold, the one that's all over me and jiggling the camera. Hopefully that's not like making you ill. And then we have Buttercup, and they have slightly different markings. Actually, Buttercup has more black and orange on her than, and Marigold has more white, and she has more orange. Marigold has more orange on her face, and Buttercup has more black on her face. So anyway, we've been enjoying them the last couple of days, and this one is like, she wants to be involved in everything. I don't know if you could tell that. And Buttercup is more reserved, and she's happily taking a nap over in the corner on this, like, I have a stick wreath, you know, a twig wreath, and I had it laying there, and I all set up with cute fall things, and she's laying in the middle of it. So anyway, she won't be over. She's totally happy. I have a kitty video playing on the big TV screen. I'm hoping this one will get bored with being in my face and go off and do something, but she's super clingy. Anyway, that's my cat tail. So this is Marigold. She has a little bell. I hope that's not bothering you. And Buttercup's over by the window. Can't really move the camera, so, which is my phone. Anyway, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you today is I have some new releases coming up. And the first one is a Christmas ornament. And I stitched it with Cosmo Floss. And I don't know how well you can see that, but they're pretty. These aren't all of the flosses. I couldn't find the other two. They're just more pink. Leave that alone. And sorry, distractions. I may have to go put her in the laundry room. That's what we do when we want to eat. She's like in the food. Anyway, so here is the ornament. I call it Pink Poinsettia. It has a little bit of beading in the center. I had the bead tube here. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause because I can't do anything. Okay. She's super cute. I love her, but I mean, I would have been moving stuff out of the way and moving her, putting her down. It's like literally put her down, she hops right back up. So she's in the guest bedroom right now. Anyway, okay. So I call this Pink Poinsettia. It has some beading in the center. And it's a pretty quick stitch. It's, is it 65 by 65, I believe. You know, the total grid area is 65 by 65. And there's some simple running stitch along the edge to finish it off. And then I just made a little pillow with some scrap fabric I had, and found the perfect velvet ribbon in my bag of velvet ribbons. And there you have it. So I had the bead tube here. And I don't know what happened to the bead tube. I have a feeling a little cat moved it for me. So that'll be coming out probably week after next. It really, at this point, depends upon how quickly the printer gets the charts back to me. If I have an idea that they'll be back to me fairly quickly, I may put that up as a PDF. So follow me on Instagram at Luhu Stitches, on Facebook, Luhu Stitches, and if I've put them up as PDFs in my website and Etsy, then I will make an announcement at Instagram and Facebook. Alrighty. The other project I'm working on is a sort of calendar project. So I'm designing different banners for the months of the year. And originally I thought I would do some kind of a perpetual calendar and have where you could stitch each number and make a little square and put it on a, Velcro it onto a chart, a grid that was set up to be, that was fabric that you had stitched with the days of the week and that sort of thing on it. And I finally decided that was a lot. I wouldn't want to do it if I were stitching it. But I wanted to do, have the calendar thing. So yesterday I sat down and I just made a simple calendar. The month I actually put the month down here in the corner because you'll have the stitched banner up here. And this will be free, but, and that will be available probably mid-November. Anyway, this will be free to download at my website. And I will let you know when that is released. So that should be released in the next couple of weeks, which reminds me, I need to get that off to the printer. And I have a fun idea for finishing, and we'll see what that is. But I just wanted to give you a heads up about the calendar. Right now it's called the calendar project. Sorry about that. Not very exciting. The calendar project, woohoo! So that'll be released mid-November. Okay, so I decided that as I was unpacking boxes and discovering all the WIPs that I had, that this could not go on any longer. And I mentioned that I'd heard about WIPGO by watching Steph and Pam on Just Keep Stitching. I'm gonna close these blinds over here because I'm thinking that might help the light. It's those blinds. Okay, it's been a kind of a, up until I started the video, it's been a dark and stormy, rainy, windy day. And then it got sunny as I started to, yeah. And this is like, I thought, oh, this will be great. It's like it's like the brightest place in the house. It'll be perfect. Okay, so WIPGO, back to WIPGO, I'm sorry. Woo! Squirrel. So I decided this couldn't go on any longer. And I have 25 project bags. And I think in some of those project bags, there's more than one project. So I think on the WIPGO game board, there's 25 slots, and the center one is a free slot. Yes, that's correct, because she calls 2 numbers. It's Jessie Marie. I will link her website down below, and she does have a video that explains the game. And kind of the tagline is your board, your rules. So I haven't completely formed my rules yet, but my goal is to get my hands on as many projects that have been languishing as I can in the coming year. So let's just dive right in. When I got back into cross stitching, in 2017, I guess, I discovered Jody Rice at Satsuma Street, and I got Pretty Little San Francisco because we're Californians, and my sister at the time was living in San Francisco. And look at how far I've gotten. This really isn't a lot to do right here. I think there's a bunch of white I have to do for the clouds right here. And then it needs a good wash, but fortunately it's all in DMC. So, but I have it all kitted up. I actually, because there's so many threads for this one, I actually have it in this cute little box. And I have a picture here of the finished one. I bought it as a PDF, so the paper is pretty beat up. But there it is. Well, I should get this done because I really want to stitch the little trolley and the pagoda from Chinatown. Anyway, so that's one of them. These are in no particular order. I don't know how I will number them. These are all the WIPs. These are all the WIPs. Okay, now, Jody, she's also a friend. she posted that she was stitching, this is a crewel work piece, but she was stitching this, I don't know, a couple years ago. And I was like, I want to stitch that. So I went on eBay and I bought it. And I started it. And there it is. I have it on a Morton Murray. Oh crud, it was right there in my brain and now I don't remember. But it's a locking, you know, it's a locking hoop. And it's also, it stands up. I could take these off. I could take this off because these just pop on. The legs do. And it would just be the hoop. But this is kind of nice. It's like a hoop stand that you can put in your lap. Anyway, that's as far as I've gotten. So I don't expect that I will get this done, but I'd like to make some progress on it. I'd like to maybe get a quarter of it done. I think if I got from the horse, you know, Santa, if I got this quarter done, that would be great. So, okay. So that's that. All right. Now, there are some items in here that if I just sat down and got busy, I could finish them because they're like just a few stitches in a border. So there's a possibility that I might get some of these done before the end of the year. It's a possibility. I don't know if it's a probability, but this is Crocetta Go-Go. I think I showed you this not long ago. And it's spring basket. And literally, I'm just doing the border. That's all that's left. So there's some pink flowers that need to go on there. And then one more outline of the white. That's it. That's all I need to do. I don't know why I put it down. Oh, I know why I put it down. We put the house up for sale. That's why I put it down. So I do think I worked on this a little bit after we moved, but yeah. So Crocetta Go-Go Spring Basket. All right, this is, oh, my cat. I'd like to work on him a little bit more this year. I showed this to you not long ago as a whip that I was working on, and it's from Stitching Land, and I think it's called just Coffee Cat or something like that. I can't find the front. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. There we go. Autumn Cat. So, it would be lovely to get this done, but by next year I have the perfect frame for him and everything. I think probably I enjoy the process of cross stitching. I like starting. And there's a thing about this. I was reading, now I'm stuck to the zipper. I was reading about this that like some people just enjoy starting things. And that they like the process, but there's no intention to ever finish anything. Okay, I did actually do a little work on this. And these take a remarkably long amount of time because it's almost solid stitching. And I think I showed this to you not long ago as well. This is from A Better Homes and Gardens book. It's called Plymouth Sampler. So that would be really nice to get done. Yeah, oh, it's Cross Stitch Country. No. Oh, Better Homes and Gardens, Special Interest Publications. So there's probably lots of fun stitching in there. But that one I remember when I got the magazine that one caught my eye. The magazine's like from 1990 something. So, oh, Brianna Lentz, if you're watching this, that's vintage. I'm just teasing. All right, okay. Here's another fall piece I may have shown you recently that I've actually spent some time on. It's called Pumpkins for Sale. And it's a cute little scene. And it's done by Stitches Through the Years. And I've got the people kind of partway done. I did give this some attention recently. So there's that. Okay. If I can get the zipper closed, I'm going to try and put things back in the bin here. All right. Oh, I have shown you this. This is Ira. I can't remember his middle name. Ira Ray Crow. Hopefully you can see that. And there's not too much light shining through it. And this is all in silks. And he's gotten some attention, but not in the last couple weeks. The trick with giving these whips attention is if I'm stitching anything that needs to be done for my business. So any, designs that I want to release. So currently I am stitching some designs for release at Nashville, and that is going to take precedence over any fun stitching. Not that that's not fun, but just like, how would you put this for a designer? Like not my designs, that kind of stitching. Okay, that doesn't zip close. Okay, showed you that one. All right, what's next here? Okay. Oh, literally, I think there's like 3 stitches that need to be done on this. It's a Lizzie Kate. It's called Fall Squared. There are some, what are those called? Here. I don't know if you can tell, there are, what do they call those stitches? Eyelet stitches. 3 eyelet stitches, that's all I need to do. 3 eyelet stitches that go between the letters. This I will get done before the end of the year. Which would release me to do a start, which I think I meant to start quite a while ago, and that's Lizzie Kate Thankful String, which I've wanted to do for quite a while. And I have mostly kitted up. I don't think I have everything. There's a few missing. Look at, I don't have the fabric. I have fabric, I just don't have fabric. I have fabric. So this, actually, I'm going to put this aside. It's not going to go in the WIPGO because 3 eyelet stitches, are you kidding me? I should get that done. All right, okay. All right, here's another one that I could get done really quickly. I started this for my mom. I may have shown this recently as well. And I have the little, there's a charm that goes here. And so I just need to finish that heart there. It's really cute. It came from, I think this came from Just Cross Stitch. Oh, The Cross Stitcher. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember that magazine? February 2001. I don't have this precise charm, but I have some charms that will work. And so I just need to finish it. And I was planning on like making it into a pillow for her. So, and it says, "You're just my cup of tea." Isn't it pretty? Oh, Gail Busey was the designer. She's still designing. So that's an afternoon of stitching. An afternoon of stitching. All right. Okay, I'm getting confused, so I'm going to have to stop putting things back in the box because I can't keep track of what I've shown you. Oh well. All right, so this bag I thought was just, I just thought it was some Plum Street sampler patterns that I had bought and put in here. That's all I thought it was. And there is one. It's, I'm not gonna take it out. I'm trying not to get, there we go. That's not too much glare. Llama stack, because llamas. There's a papa llama, mama llama, and a baby llama. Anyway, I love Paulette Stewart. And then the other one I have in here, and you'll be so excited because I don't have it in plastic, is Bovinia. And I didn't think I had started her. I bought this because she kind of goes with Wilhelmina, and I have finished Wilhelmina. But I did start her. There she is. There. Her body. So now I need to, she's in the WIP pile. She's in the WIPGO pile. Yay, Bovinia. I had so much fun stitching Wilhelmina. I can't believe I started this and just put it down, and I completely forgot and started it. Tell me you've done that before. Okay, so I'm not the only one. And she has some lovely flosses in here, which are kind of a mess. That I will have to get them. There's a lot of organizing to do, and I feel like I kind of need to go through and talk, you know, make notes about my progress and that sort of thing. Okay, here's a piece I started from Kathy Haberman, Hands-On Design. Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies, and it is stitched on 32 count Aspen linen, 1/2, using sulky threads. So I got that far. I got part of a bunny done. I do recall that I didn't mind doing this. I've done some designs with sulkies. And what's nice about it is just having to handle the one strand of floss or thread. I think it's 12 weight thread is what, yeah, 12 weight cotton petites from Sulky. And I have all of them. They're off in the bedroom. I know where they are. I know where they are. And there's a little pack of buttons. I don't know if you can see those. There's a little pack of buttons, and they go on their bunny butts. So everything is called for. And so it would be nice, like, if I could make some progress on that. So you get 2 numbers a month. For those of you who don't know, she calls out 2 numbers a month, and then it's up to you to decide how you want to parcel that out in terms of stitching. Okay, my time. All right, well, we're doing pretty good. I don't know if we're going to get through all 25 though. Okay, now, many moons ago, and actually I don't even know what magazine this came out of. I do know it was a Leisure Arts magazine. I started this breadcloth. I've done all 4 corners. It's a spring breadcloth. I don't know how well you can see that. And I guess I just need to finish up the borders. See? I highly recommend this. Get your stuff out. Oh, and I've only this was before I was completing my stitches as I went along, and I just did half the stitch, so, and I don't know if, yeah, so I'm not completing my sentences, I'm sorry. I'm thinking as I'm looking at this, okay, I haven't quite finished this corner. I don't know where the pattern is anymore, so now I'm just working off of the other corners to finish this, but that's not so bad. I mean, you've done the work. You have something there to show you what to do. Anyway, pretty colors. It would also be nice probably to get those back in my floss stash so that I know what I have. And it'd be nice to get that done for spring. Okay, now this is I don't know, a finger towel, something like that I started. I had never worked on something like this, so I started it. And what I did was I just chose, this is another Leisure Arts. I want to get to the original picture here because I want to show you the chart. Anyway, so I chose a couple of band motifs out of that band sampler and just did that for the what I was stitching, whatever you want to call it, for the band on the towel. There we go. Words, they can be difficult to find. This is out of Leisure Arts. I would also like to do this band sampler. I love these band samplers so much. I actually kept, at one point, I had all of there's the magazine. I had all of them together. There were 4 seasons and they were 4 different magazines. And this was designed by Deborah Lambine. Anyway, that would be fun to get done. Hang it in my bathroom or something. This is a thing though, you definitely want to have a hoop for. It's because the towel is super floppy. Okay, so that's 2. So we can add 1. That means 26. So now I could do this 25 bags. So whatever in the bag, work on the bag. I could do it that way. So I could work on Bovinia and the llama stack. Something to think about. Okay. Oh, here we have some Country Cottage Needleworks. What do I have here? This I have not started. Ooh, but pretty flosses in here. There's the flosses. Isn't that beautiful? And it's glitter. It's from Glitter Village, Glitter House 2. I just like the house. I have not collected them. When I found one that I really liked, I bought it. That was it. Okay, and then, oh, Somebody Loves Me with more pretty flosses in it. Oh gosh, so cute. I love bunnies. I am a sucker for bunnies. Okay, I have fabric in here to do the Sun Bunny, and I cut some of the fabric off for something. It has a green, maybe you can see that better back here, has a green cast to it, kind of a gray green, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think I may have purchased this at Needle in a Haystack in Alameda. I think that's where I got that. Okay, the thing that I was working on was Forest Snowfall. I got kind of bored working on this, but I hate not finishing things because I don't hate the project. It was my first time, I think I was stitching in hand, and it was one of my first times stitching with linen. I'm gonna fold this like this so that a little less light. I got all the words done. I got some trees done. And I got started on the snow. I also think that I'm using colors that Priscilla Blaine had chosen. And I don't have all the colors in here, I don't think. Okay, that's gonna be fun, figure that out, but maybe I don't. I think the blue, which is, deep fennel. Oh, yeah, I chose to use like blue jean or something like that. I ran across it the other day and I was like, oh, that's such a pretty color. Anyway, I think that's what that, yeah. So that was from Classic Colorworks, like blue jean or blue denim or faded denim or something like that. That's what the name of it. So that's 3. So we were up to 26. I can add 2 more. That's 28 projects. But again, I could go by bag. And I might, because like, oh, and I forgot about the Leisure Arts stuff too. That was 2 in there. So 28, 29. I might go by bag. Just because there's so much I want to get my hands on. But if we're just counting accurately how many whips I have. All right, we're at 30 minutes. Let's see how fast I can go, and I'll be a little less chit-chatty. All right, I started this project after my grandson was born, and I purchased this online from Svetlana Nemiritskaya, SBS Stitch. Anyway, I bought this and I thought, oh, I can put his, Benaya Robert, how much he weighed and how long he was there. And I put it on a darker fabric. I don't know what the fabric is. There it is though. This is a little fiddly. The Russians like to use a lot, and I use them a lot, but fractional stitches. All in DMCs though. I think it'll be really pretty. Trying to get the bag to close because I'm getting quite a stack here, as you can see. And it would be bad news if it fell over. All right, I'm going to put that one aside because we don't need to necessarily talk about that one. That one's something I designed, but I probably will never release. But I'd like to finish stitching it. Oh, there's 2 things in here. Okay, the first one is from Tiny Modernist, Kokeshi Doll. And I got her dress done, and I'm stitching it on just plain old white 14 count Aida. I think that's what was called for. And I thought, what the heck? Let's do the called for. Oh, she gives different measurements if you decide to use smaller or larger count, but this is 14 count. So it's cute. I think I got bogged down in the pink, big color block. And yeah. Okay, this. Oh, and then I have in there a Biscornu from Tiny Modernist. Echinacea Biscornu. Okay, but I did not start it. I think all the colors are there though. and I don't have fabric for it. Okay, this is another Country Cottage Needleworks October. I mentioned that I've finished September. I think I showed you a couple weeks ago. And this is like on a lamb's wool. I don't know, but it's stiff fabric. Probably from Swigert. Anyway, so I got a ways on the house. It would be fun to get this done too. All of them. It would be fun to get all of them done. All of them. All right. Okay, so I'm up past 30. I'm gonna stop counting now. All right. Prairie Schooler, just hatched. This is also, I don't remember where or when I bought this. It wasn't that long ago, but it's on the cardstock. And I've got a needle minder in here, but there we go. Now I am doing this on the called for count. This is Ada. I think it's 16 count. And there is a template in the back so that you can finish it. And I have all the flosses, a very pretty bunch of flosses. So I think, I'm not sure, but I think I might have another. There's more than one of these Easter egg project box, you know. I'm only going to do that one, so I'm not, that's one. All right. I just showed this to you. I don't know where anything is except I thought I should finish this. I showed this a couple weeks ago if you're interested in my whole story about this. I just need to find the pattern so I can finish that and then figure out what my colors were. Hopefully I wrote that down in the pattern. That would have been good. All right. Okay, I forgot to grab the actual, what I've worked on. This is on a roller frame. Hopefully Santa is bringing me a Lowry stand for Christmas, but this is called Autumn Blessings, and I have the stump done. I don't think I've got the squirrel done. I have all the leaves and most of the saying done. This was I remember this was like one of my first big things that I kitted for this, and I remember my husband being with me and he was like, what is she doing? But I had to buy like the plastic, I had to buy a new plastic box for the flosses. I mean, now I've got more flosses than you can shake a stick at, but, and this was the second big thing. Here, I started this when I was pregnant with my son, who is 29 years old today. It's Lori, what's her last name? Lori Birmingham, I think it's her name. Lori, I don't remember her last name. If you have been around as long as I have, maybe you can, Lori Birmingham, there it is. Yeah. I got the center part. I used to always start in the center. Now it just sort of depends on the piece, but I remember I chose linen for this because I wanted, I didn't want the look of Ada, so I chose linen. So my daughter is pregnant with my granddaughter. So maybe if I could get that other one done for Benaya, I could work on this one for Brighton. Yeah, we'll see. She's due in January, so definitely not going to be done before January. Okay, this is something I want to start. Okay, some more Satsuma Street. I bought these mainly because I wanted to work with Cosmo, find out what Cosmo was like. So there we have our little turtle, Myrtle the turtle, and her friends Birdie and Ellie. And I just have to really, I think I just need to do the flowers on this. So, and I have everything in here. Hot dog. I'm not going to count that as 3, just 1. Because that's how my brain works. That's why. Okay, hang in there. All right. Okay, now the next, oh, let me do this one first. Okay, I was gonna say the next ones, but, all right, this, oh shoot, I don't have the chart to show you, but let me describe it because time is running low and I don't want to get up again and go look for it. It's a Satsuma Street. I believe it's just called Peace. It's her, she designed a menorah that looks like a dove. And I kitted it out. I think I have everything. I know she called for some metallics. I think these are from Krynic. So I kitted it out with that. I think I have all of the colors in here. I chose some silk for the black. And the fabric is 28 count Mystic Cashel linen. And it's really pretty. So this is something I want to start. And I was gonna start it last year and life did not cooperate. It didn't get started, and maybe this year. So that gets included in the WIPGOs, well, tentatively. Okay, the next 3 things are my own designs, stuff that's been released that I just haven't finished. So this is a printer fail, but Folk Art Christmas, you can go find it in my shop. I was in a hurry to get this released last year, and so I did the cheat version and gave you a computerized version of the finished piece. But fortunately, it's the style that you can kind of get away with that a little bit. This was a victim of the applesauce incident. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go back to 30, this is 37, so maybe 35 or 34, and I talk about the applesauce incident, but so I'm not going to hold it up too closely because it's a mess. But I'm almost done. All I have to do are the corners here. So I need to wash it and finish the stitching. Good Lord. Okay, maybe this one is not part of the WIPGO. I'm going to put it over here with those fall things. All right, this is an oldie, really old. So I designed Bluebird Sampler a long time ago. And then I got to looking at it, I thought, I want to make ornaments with the bluebirds. So I started stitching, and I think I'm using 3 strands, and that's why I got bogged down. But I've got 2 of them done. I need to put this one's eye on. And a 3rd one pretty far along. And I just need to do the 4th one, which has the heart. No, which has the band of flowers right there. So that would be fun to get done. This, I kind of designed this for Christmas, but you know, it could be spring. It's really kind of a year-round piece. All right, the final one that I want to talk about, and we aren't doing bad because we're not even at 45 minutes, and that's kind of my high water mark. okay? So this, I designed this a long time ago when I was just a stitcher, not a designer of cross stitch. And I'm going to show you the chart because it's the only way that you can kind of see what it is. And it says, bless the Lord. I'll show you this, what I've gotten stitched. And it says, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. He has done great things. Bless his holy name. And that is Psalm. Well, it's a song. I can't remember the song. Psalm. At the very bottom, I've got musical notes for the song that this goes with. I don't think I got that far stitching, but here we go. I messed up on the bird and then I didn't keep going. My fan's about to quit. I should finish this. I kind of did this for my mom. Okay, that's everything. So I'm up over 30. I think I will go by bag. That way I can have 24 bags and maybe get my hands on everything. I think as I think about the WIPGO more, I will talk about it more, what my personal rules are going to be. Again, I will link Jessie Marie below if you're interested in getting some old whips out of the way. I don't think I'll finish everything, but if I could get my hands on especially some of these really old ones, I think that would be good and that would make me feel good. And if I got some things done, I mean, obviously there's stuff in here that it would be nothing to get it done. And maybe even finished, you know, like fully finished. All right, well, that's everything from Luhu Stitches for this week. I'll see you in 2 weeks. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. Tonight we celebrate a couple of birthdays. My older son, Isaac, is 29, and my youngest daughter, Gladys, is 21. So they share a birthday. I did not birth them both. Some of you know our youngest is adopted, and that was her birthday. They've come to terms with the fact that they share a birthday. I don't think it was always great, but whatever. They've come to terms with it. I would certainly hope so by their 20s that they've come to terms with it. Anyway, happy stitching to you all. You can find me at Instagram at Luhu Stitches. You can find me on Facebook, Luhu Stitches. You can find me on Pinterest at Luhu Stitches. You can email me at luhustitches@gmail.com. And I think that's everything. You can find my designs at Etsy and just type in Luhu Stitches and at luhustitches.com. If you haven't figured out that I'm Cindy Young, the designer behind Luhu Stitches by now, I don't know what to tell you. All right, happy stitching, everyone.